what's the idea? If you can't climb a plane straight up, she'll conk out every time.
I know, Bob. I just thought I'd try a whip stall.
Well, you stick to straight flying, Miss Miller, till you've had more hours. You know, I have a good mind not to send your papers through for your license.
But I pulled out of the spin, didn't I? I did remember everything you told me.
Well, sure, but you barely made it.
Oh, Bob, I've got to have that license today. I've just got to.
Oh, I see. You've already told your father, now you must make good.
Well, that's one reason. Bob, do I get the license?
Oh, we'll see.
How far away shall I hold the receiver, Dr. Miller?
Halfway across the room, Dr. House. We'll shorten the distance and hope for better results.
Dad!
What is it, my dear?
I made it!
Made it? Made what?
My pilot's license, don't you remember? I wanted to have it today to surprise Jim.
Of course, I'd forgotten. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm the one who should be sorry. I came bursting in on something important, didn't I?
Oh, that's all right.
You and Dr. House go right ahead, Dad. Mind if I watch until Jim comes?
Certainly not, my dear. Certainly not.
That must be Jim. Turn it off, Dad. Jim!
Hello, Ruth.
Daddy's here.
Well, how are you, my lad?
Fine, sir.
I thought you were in uniform.
Well, I was. I have a medical discharge.
Medical discharge.
Father, don't you remember? I told you Jim was wounded at Guadalcanal flying for the Marines and cited for bravery, too.
Of course, of course.
Oh, I beg your pardon, Doctor. This is Jim Hudson. Jim, Dr. House, Dad's assistant.
Hello. How do you do?
Jim is the son of one of my best friends, old Roaring Bill Hudson, owner of a famous gun sight mine in Alaska.
Well, what are you working on, sir?
We're attempting to transmit physical substance by light wave. We almost have it, but so far we've been unable to hit upon an element strong enough or powerful enough to counteract the pull of gravity.
Well, that's amazing.
And I call it the Paratron.
Well, would you mind very much, sir, if I stayed and watched you work?
Not at all. You and Ruth stand over there.
Well, thank you, sir.
Same. The energy isn't strong enough. We almost have it, and then it slips from our grasp.
Could only find the proper element, the proper atomic combination.
I've tried everything. I don't know where to go from here.
Well, could it be possible, Doctor, that the substance you're looking for is in mineral form?
Naturally. Radium is mineral, and that has energy. But not the particular type I need.
Well, that's what I meant.
What, radium?
No, not exactly. It's something Pop wrote me about when I was on Guadalcanal. Now, he hasn't told anyone else about it because he thinks he's got a great discovery.
Well, what is it?
Well, I can only tell you that... You remember old Grit Pop's foreman?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was digging in number 3 shaft one day last spring, and he came across this mysterious substance, whatever it is, and he hit it with his pick, and it knocked him down.
Astounding. Could you arrange to have a sample sent to us? It may be just what we need.
Well, it sounds like it'd be a little too dangerous for shipment.
Why don't you go north with Jim, Dad? Even though there's nothing to it, you'll have a nice vacation. You need a rest.
Well, how about that, Doctor?
Well, if the story is true, I feel it's our duty. Do you have a place where you could work?
Well, yes, you remember Pop's lab. It's about as big as this.
Oh, excellent.
When can we start? I won't rest until I can find out what this is all about.
Well, transportation's the big problem. How much of this equipment do you have to take?
All this apparatus is necessary.
If I may offer a suggestion, there's a steamship leaving from here in 2 days. And the captain is a very good friend of mine.
Well, then that's fine. You arrange the transportation, and I'll help Dr. Miller get things together.
Just got word from headquarters. We're going through with everything the way I wanted it.
But I've told you the real secret of the invention is only known to Miller.
Thought you said you could figure this Paratron out. If you could take it apart and examine it.
Yes, I'm sure I could.
Why don't we sail?
I don't know. Must be waiting on somebody.
I'll give them guys 5 more minutes, Bosun. If they ain't here, then we'll sail.
Aye, sir.
Hi, Doc. Sorry to have missed you yesterday, but I was busy ashore.
Captain Greater, I would like you to meet Dr. Miller.
How do you do, sir?
And Mr. Hudson.
Hello.
Oh, here they are, sir.
Cast off this gangplank. We're shoving off.
We better check with the purser and see where our cabin is.
Yeah. Any sign of that fog lifting?
No, Captain. I think we ought to lay to until it does. This is the season for icebergs.
No. We're too far south for bergs. Keep her steady as she goes.
Aye, aye.
What's the matter? You nervous, Dr. House?
Well, it's 2 men who came aboard. I wonder who they are.
They really keep to themselves, don't they? Only time they come out of that cabin's to walk the dog. You worried about them?
In times like these, the important nature of our work, I'm suspicious of everyone. I think I'll take a walk on deck.
He's really jumpy, isn't he?
Is he? I haven't noticed.
How well do you know Dr. House?
He was well recommended.
Well, are you sure of it?
One is never sure of anything, least of all of men. But don't worry. The real secret of the Paratron is known only to me.
You're not as absent-minded as you seem to be, are you, Doc?
Leave them aboard. There's no telling who or what they might be. If Miller and Hudson were murdered crudely.
What do you mean, crudely? Ain't you ever heard of an accident?
When will this accident happen?
As soon as we get further north, out of the sea lanes. Are you happy now?
Scientists, Captain, must tell them happy. Oh, Captain, I advise you to check on those 2 men and find out who they are.
As far as I know, they're just 2 guys named Gray and Dunn.
Are you sure the American secret agents are not catching up with you? You know, this ship has a bad reputation ever since those 2 miners disappeared overboard last month.
I'll keep an eye on them. See what you can find out, too.
And we've been passing ice floes all evening, Captain. And that means icebergs.
All right. Lay to until morning.
Aye, aye, sir.
Carrier pigeons. They won't hurt you.
I thought it was strange the captain has carrier pigeons on board and is keeping it a secret.
I don't know. Carrier pigeons are a respectable hobby.
Maybe so, but we were wondering why Greater doesn't send his messages by radio.
Probably part of his hobby. Does seem kind of strange, though, doesn't it?
I don't understand it.
Well, I wouldn't give it a thought. Well, gentlemen, I'm tired. I think I'll take a little walk around the deck and then go to bed.
Well, I thought you'd like to know.
Yeah, well, thanks, Dunn.
Dunn discovered the pigeons. He saw you send the message. I'm sure now that he is an American agent.
You go back to your cabin. I'll handle this.
Hiya, Dunn.
Howdy, Captain.
I'd like to have a little talk with you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
All right, Dunn. We're alone back here. Just speak right up and tell me what you're doing on board my ship.
I'm going up north. Anything wrong with that?
Ever since you came on board, you've been snooping around.
You got something to hide, Captain? Like maybe, carrier pigeons?
Listen, you. Tell me who you are, or...
What?
Signal the engine room. We're proceeding at 5 knots, bosun.
Captain, you can't move with them icebergs out there.
I'm giving the orders here.
I've looked everywhere for Dunn. I tell you, there's something wrong with this boat.
Oh, sit down. Take it easy. He'll show up.
Oh, he's most likely with the captain.
No, I was on the bridge. The bosun says there's no one with the captain.
The captain had better be told. Perhaps we should see him this minute. The ship must be searched from top to bottom.
Thanks.
Oh, they're moving again.
I tell you, whoever's running this boat is crazy.
What happened to Dunn?
I heaved him over the side.
Miller and Hudson already suspect something. When they miss Dunn, they'll call for an investigation.
What's the difference? It means we've got to work right now.
Now?
Go below and send Miller, Gray, and Hudson up to me.
Oh, not that way.
You know a better way?
Yes. When this is dissolved in water, it releases a deadly gas.
Won't they see it?
No. It's colorless and odorless. Now, if you could manage to lock them up in here.
Leave that to me. Send them up.
I wouldn't be too hasty in accusing the captain. Mr. Gray's a friend of Dr. House, you know.
The captain would like to see you, gentlemen. Naturally, he's very much concerned.
Now, you'll get some action.
Does he want me to?
Yes, Doctor. A matter of routine, I believe.
The fact that there's a passenger missing from my ship, I'm going to hold you three until I get to the bottom of this.
Clever, aren't you, Captain? We don't know anything about it.
Well, it's all ridiculous.
Gentlemen, make yourselves comfortable until I get back.
We're locked in. What is this, a frame-up?
Got the Paratron?
Yes. I also found his notes. Perhaps the secret of the Paratron is among them.
Iceberg! Dead ahead!
We're going to crash! Let's get out of here! He struck an iceberg. Can't last 15 minutes. Get the Paratron on those notes and come back here and wait. I'll lower a lifeboat. If your gas didn't finish off Dr. Miller and his meddlesome friend Hudson, that crash sure did.
There's always a chance that they're still alive, Grader.
When that tub fills with water, she'll slide off the ice and there'll be nothing left but a memory.
What direction is land?
Due east. Raw men.
Are you all right, Dr. Miller?
Yes, fine. Lieutenant Gray.
Hey, can you get out of there, fella? Yeah.
Ahoy there! I never expected to see you fellas again.
Well, what happened? We hit an iceberg. Where's your captain?
He got off with part of the crew in the only boat that wasn't stove in.
He tried to kill us.
Well, that's right in his line. Well, come on, let's get out of here. This tub won't float forever.
Give me a hand here, bosun. What's this? Shortwave radio. We may need it. Come on. Looks like this is it, gentlemen. Oh, no. We're not dead yet. This is a pretty big berg we hit. We can float around on here for days.
Now you're talking. Let's go.
Now, wait a minute. Better round up all the food and equipment we can carry. She's starting to slide off the ice. Go search the galley for food. See what you can find. I have some fur clothing and Arctic gear in my cabin. Go get it. We better see what's left in our cabin.
My Paratron, my notes.
Nothing could be alive in there.
Poor Dr. House. He was a fine scientist.
Looks like the finish of the Paratron, too.
Yes, I'll have to start all over again.
Sorry, Doc. It's a good thing I'm just a tenderfoot businessman. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been sucker enough to buy all this equipment. We haven't got time to put those furs on now, Gray.
Here's the grub.
Good, heave it over. Doctor, will you take care of the radio?
Yes, sir.
Let's get this going. Look, get a hold of that. All right, over the side.
Nobody's ever flown beyond this point.
Well, I'll take that chance. Some of them may be marooned on icebergs. My father, perhaps.
Looks like all we can do is try to make shore on one of these floes, or the ice will melt from under us. We haven't got a chance without a boat. Well, we got to try. We can't stay here. This flow's about ready to crack to pieces. We'll never make it.
We'd better make it. Look, we head for that big iceberg right over there.
Here, boy. Here.
Harvey's done for. The bear's got his scent.
No, he's not a goner yet. Give me that skeet.
Here.
Here, boy.
Looks like a village, all right. Probably Eskimos.
So we are safe at last?
Pretty close, anyway. All right, men. Start rowing.
Like the most sheltered spot on the berg. Let's make camp here. I wish I'd gone down with the ship. It would have been quicker that way. Bug up, Gray. As long as we got that radio, we got a good chance. Let's unload.
Mr. Chief, this old lover could only speak English, we'd sure be in luck.
Me speak 'em. You bet.
That's fine. Look, Chief, let's get right down to cases. You know a town called Bankhead?
You bet. Him way far away. Over big snow, big ice, big long time get there.
Oh, that's fine. You give us sled, dogs, and men?
Plenty sled, plenty dogs, you bet. No man.
Do you think we could do it without guides, Captain?
Looks like we'll have to. We'll navigate by compass. Let's have them.
Him cost.
Oh, yeah.
Him cost pretty big, you bet.
Well, come on, men, dig up.
Shut that thing off. It's been going on for 3 days. I tell you, I can't stand it.
I know it's tough, Gray, but as long as these batteries last, it's our only hope.
It's better than listening to the silence.
It's the only way. We're drifting steadily out to the open sea. Reaching shore is no longer possible.
Breaking up. That means the thaw's here. From now on, it's going to melt pretty fast. You mean this iceberg, too?
Sooner or later, it'll melt and turn over.
Jim. Gray is gone.
Well, we better find him. Don't tell him what he'll do.
Jim? Too late.
Don't land. Go for help. Don't land. Go for help. It's Ruth. Ruth.
Ruth, this is Jim. Listen. Don't try to land. Do not try to land. Try to find an Eskimo village. Try northeast along the base of that big ridge. Got it?
I understand.
Be careful now.
I hope your daughter finds that Eskimo village.
Well, if there's one there, she'll find it. We're turning over.
Another piece like that breaks off, we're gunners.
Oh, I hope those Eskimos have speedboats.
You chief? Out there, men on Iceberg.
Men on Iceberg, you bet.
Oh, you understand? Yes, my father. 2 other men. Could you send someone out to get them off?
You bet. Plenty cost, lady.
Oh, we'll pay anything, but hurry.
Where an Iceberg white man?
I'll fly over in my plane and show the way.
This is it. She's cracking up. Like that breaks off, we're gunners.
Oh, I hope those Eskimos have speedboats.
This is it. She's cracking up. Eskimos are picking up the others.
Where's my father?
I put him in a kayak.
Oh.
Head for the village.
Paratron! Well, anyway, we didn't lose a Paratron.
2 men have fallen to their deaths, and you feel nothing.
How about the briefcase with those notes?
It's gone.
You think you can figure out the Paratron without them?
I don't know. Perhaps.
Well, anyway, we can't cross the glacier without dog and sled. We'd better go back to the Eskimo village.
So there we were, marooned in the Iceberg. Till you came along with the Eskimos. Just in time, too.
Just like an angel of mercy.
You know what I can't figure out is what was going on board that boat. What happened to Dunn and why? Why was that poison gas loose in the cabin?
You get out of those wet things and get some sleep before you take pneumonia.
Don't worry about me. I used to go swimming with icebergs every morning before reveling.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. Nothing ever happens to him. Hey, what goes on here?
Oh. Is he all right?
Yeah, just plumb exhausted. Need some sleep.
Well, see to it that you get some yourself.
Yes, miss.
I'll go check on Dad again.
Yes, miss. You walk long time, come back same place.
Start again, Chief. We're starting out again in the morning with a new outfit. All we want now is some grub and a place to sleep.
More white man come. You go see.
Look, all we want... What did you say?
More white man come from Iceberg. In house. There.
Do you think it could be? It's impossible.
Lady, white lady come. Fly in air like bird. Eskimo go in kayak.
Oh, never mind all that. Show us where they are.
I show.
Glad to see you got off the wreck, Bosun. I thought I picked up everybody that was alive. How did you do it?
It's a long, cold story, Captain.
Who's that?
Jim Hudson.
Anybody else get off with you?
Yeah, Dr. Miller. He's in the cabin next door with his daughter.
Who?
His daughter. She came by on a plane and picked us up off the berg. You want to speak to him?
No, let it go until morning. You'd better get some sleep.
Aye, sir.
Where do I sleep, Chief? I'd like to get some shut-eye.
If we had not lost Dr. Miller's notes, it would have been different. But now that we found him alive, he must be kept alive.
And the others?
We will have to dispose of them. Distasteful but necessary.
What are you so touchy about? That's my department, ain't it? What's worrying me is this time it won't seem so accidental.
We must impress the chief with the fact that his tribe will be blamed if the white authorities ever find out.
Oh, then better get to work.
Just a moment, Captain. First, my disguise.
Forget it. They'll all be dead by morning except Doc, and we're taking him with us.
You said that once before, and they're still alive. It's better if they continue to think that I'm dead.
You mastermind sure ain't taking any chances, are you? Sit down. I'll fix you up. What do you want?
Oh, I couldn't sleep, Captain. I've been worrying about how we're all going to get out of here. Figure we might as well talk it over now.
Sure. A couple of things bothering me about you.
How do you mean that?
Just how much do you know about Jim Hudson and Doc Miller?
A couple of nice guys, as far as I know. What are you getting at, Captain?
They're murderers. They killed Dan and tossed his body overboard.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you, ain't I? They're a bunch of criminals, and I'm seeing to it that they're brought to justice. What I want to know is, whose side are you on?
I only have one choice. That's the side of law and order.
Now you're talking, Bucko.
What are your plans?
Well, I'll handle the doctor. He'll take care of the girl.
Who are you?
Oh, he's just one of the boys. Got badly burned down in the engine room. Now, can you handle Jim Hudson yourself?
Oh, sure.
Well, now this is what you do. He's a desperate criminal. And if things go wrong, and he puts up a fight...
What's the idea? Tell me one thing and tell me the truth. What do you know about the Dunn murder?
Murder? Done? Well, I don't know anything about it, and you know it.
Captain Greeter arrived a little while ago with one of the crew. They say that you and the doc are criminals. We've been through a lot together, and I have my doubts.
Why should Greeter want to accuse us?
Does it have anything to do with a box about that high and that long with the doc's name on it?
The Paratron.
What?
Never mind now. Where's Greeter?
He's in his hut. He's going to grab the doc as soon as I tell him I put you away.
This'll take care of him.
Better tie him up. Yeah, it's the Paratron, all right.
Hey, what is that thing?
It's a secret invention of Dr. Miller's. You don't know it, Bosun, but you did your country a great service when you didn't slit my throat.
I figured you were the right kind of a guy. And I figured that skunk on the floor there was not but law and order.
Keep an eye on him.
Ah, well. Hey, that's pretty heavy, isn't it?
No, I'm warmed up now.
Yeah, no fooling. Say, where did you learn all those fancy tricks?
Huh? Oh, from the commando.
Commandos, huh? Yeah, rat.
You know, the way I figure it, some higher-ups tipped Greeter off over that shortwave radio about the Paratron after we came on board, and they were trying to get rid of us.
It's in perfect condition. And you think Greeter and his men are in the pay of someone higher up?
I'm sure of it.
Well, what do you intend doing with the prisoners?
Oh, the chief will keep them here till I can send the marshal up from Bankhead to bring them in.
I'd give a great deal to know who the ringleaders are.
So would I. We'll find out, though. We won't stop till we do.
Well, how will you arrange for us to leave here?
Oh, the bosun and I'll go by dog sled. You and the doctor can take the Paratron with you on the plane. Now, we'll meet in Bankhead, and I'll arrange transportation from there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to get an early start, so we better get some sleep.
That's a bright idea, Jim.
Good night, Jim.
Good night.
Come along, honey.
That's right. Gun sight mine.
On sight, mine. Bill Hudson speaking.
Hiya, Pop. This is Jim. I'm at Bankhead.
Oh, I might have known they couldn't drown you, Jim. Gee, it's good to hear you. Is Doc Miller all right? When you going to get up here?
Doc Miller and Ruth are right here with me, and we're coming up as soon as we can get transportation.
Well, why don't you call Brock? He can fix anything.
I'll call Brock right away. Goodbye, Pop. Be seeing you. Get me Mr. Brock in Saskatch. That's right.
Mr. Jim Hudson is on long distance. Do you wish to speak to him, Mr. Brock?
Jim Hudson, you bet I do. Hello? Jim, my boy, well, this is a surprise. It's great to know you're still alive after that tragic shipwreck. Was anyone else saved?
Oh, yes. Dr. Miller, the ship's captain, 3 members of the crew. By the way, Captain Greeter and a pal of his turned out to be would-be murderers.
Why, that's terrible. Certainly, I'll have the marshal go right out to that village and place him under arrest. Where are you now?
Well, that's what I called you about. I'm in Bankhead trying to get home. I was wondering if you could arrange to put me and a party of 3 aboard that evening transport plane out of here.
Why, I think so. Have you much baggage? I see. Just 2 large wooden cases, huh? Well, I'll arrange it. Not at all, my boy. So long. HB to Brandon. Come in, Brandon.
Brandon, go ahead, HB.
One of my men will leave transport plane number 3 at point M54. Pick him up and take him to your headquarters. Got that?
Check.
Make it good.
You were lucky to get transportation like this with such short notice.
No trouble at all. This Mr. Brock's a good friend of Dad's and a big shot up here, too. He just about runs things up in this part of the country. Hold it, everybody. Don't anyone turn around. Put your hands behind your heads. Everybody. Hudson, bring me that case you're guarding so carefully.
Sounded like a shot, didn't it? Sure did. Better take over. I'll go have a look.
running wild.
Get this fella out of here. Help Ruth take care of it. Flight 3 to airport. Flight 3 to airport. Come in, Saskatchewan Airport. Hello, airport. Okay to land? We're coming in. Stand by with crash wagon and a doctor. We've 2 wounded men aboard.
Fly again. Now, one of them was seriously injured.
All right.
Hello, Hudson.
Hello, Mac.
What happened?
Ask Miss Miller. I've got some checking up to do.
Sure, go ahead.
Brock talking. Go ahead, Galtman.
We put Kruger on the transport without any trouble. He'll get Miller's invention and bail out as ordered.
Right. I've notified Brandon to pick him up.
I'd like to see Mr. Brock.
He's busy just now. Would you care to wait?
Yes, I'll wait.
Name, please.
Jim Hudson.
Oh, Mr. Hudson, I'm sure Mr. Brock will want to see you. There's a Mr. Jim Hudson here to see you.
Send him in.
You may go in now.
Thank you. What I can't understand is how the masked man got on that plane.
I can't imagine. I'll have the airlines people make a thorough investigation.
It might lead to something, but I'm sure the crew's in the clear.
Well, what do you suppose the masked man was after?
I have reason to believe it was some valuable apparatus Dr. Miller has with him. But what puzzles me is how the masked man learned of it.
Yes, that is a mystery.
Captain Greeter couldn't have planned it. Even if he escaped from the Eskimo village, he couldn't have gotten through to civilization in time.
No. Oh, by the way, I notified the marshal to go down and arrest Greeter, as you asked.
Oh, fine.
Remember Brock's orders, boys. Act like respectable officers of the law. If the Eskimos give us any trouble, we let them have it.
Well, I guess all we can do for the moment is sit tight. I have a hunch the mystery men will be popping up again.
It's too bad, but war always seems to bring an increase in lawlessness. I've been thinking of calling a meeting to discuss local defense.
Not a bad idea.
Greetings to you, Chief. I'm the Marshal. I've come for the prisoners. Where are they?
That man's in house. I saw him. He's bad, man. Guards go now?
Yeah, I'll get rid of your guards.
Hagel, this is swell. When I heard the plane, I thought it was a real marshal.
Brock's too smart to let that happen. This is Dr. House?
Yeah.
Greeter, you're to keep undercover. I'll drop you off in Bankhead. And you'd better put these on.
How are you feeling these days? No ill effects from your wounds?
Oh, a few aches and pains now and then when it rains, like an old man with rheumatism.
Well, give my regards to your father.
Thanks, I'll do that. We're going up the mine the first thing in the morning. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye and good luck.
I'm glad to see you.
Hello,
Doc.
Phil, how are you?
Well, don't tell me this is Ruth.
This is Ruth.
Oh, Pop, I want you to meet a pal of mine, Mr. Higgins. Just call him Bosun. He's a handy little man to have around, too.
Well, besides, something I agree with you. You like to fight?
No, I don't like to fight. That's why I like to get it over with in a hurry.
Come on inside. Give me the lowdown.
I stopped in town long enough to thank Mr. Brock, then we came on up here. That's about all there is to it.
About all. Well, it's not exactly what I'd call a dull trip. It burns me up, that's what it does.
What does, Mr. Hudson?
In fact, I missed all the fun. Makes my story about hijackers sound kind of sick.
Hijackers? You been having trouble, Bill?
Oh, a little the past few days. Lost a couple of loads of pay dirt.
Well, that's kind of funny. You've never had any trouble like that before, have you, Pop? No. I wonder if that could tie in with the people who've been after you, Doc. Is it possible they already know about this ore you came up here to experiment with?
It's possible. Though I, for one, don't intend wasting time in idle speculation. What I want is a look at that energized quartz you have around here, Bill.
Well, come on, I'll show it to you right now.
Fine. All right.
That's exactly where old Grit found the quartz. He says there's a whole pocket of the stuff. Jim, put off that light and watch it glow.
Whoa. Well, that's amazing.
Oh, here's Grit now. Folks, this is Grit Hartman.
How are you, Grit?
Hello, Grit.
Hi, folks.
Bosun Grit.
Hello. How are you?
Grit's the one who discovered the quartz.
Oh.
He'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, and then I do. Watch out, Doc. Don't touch that stuff. It'll knock you for a loop. That's the way I found it. I was in here digging for pay dirt one day, and all of a sudden my pick struck something and it knocked me clean across this tunnel for 20 feet. I landed right about over there. You hurt? Huh? Oh, as I was saying, I landed just about right here.
Hey, look at this pick. It melted the end right off.
Well, that is really amazing.
Whoa, Doc! Not that way! It'll kick you the same as it did me. If you have a go at it a little bit at a time, it won't kick your ears better. Here, I'll show you. Hey! See what I mean? Here, Doc. Use my glove.
Thank you. I can feel the heat. Has a sensation like an electric current.
What's the verdict, Doc?
I don't know. It doesn't come under any of the known classifications.
Well, then it's a discovery.
Absolutely.
Well, what about the Paratron? Do you think it'll make it work?
I have a feeling it may. Well, the only way to find out is to try. I'm certain the quartz contains a mineral form of energy that is akin to radium. It throws off a strong atomic energy that is in no way gaseous. More, you might say, like a power wave. All right. Jim, would you please hold the receiver? And stand over there. Now, the rest of you stand back.
Doc, you carried it.
Look! Yes, it's there. With enough of this energized quartz, perhaps in concentrated form, we may be able to send it for miles. Bill, do you think you could start mining this for me right away?
Why not?
I may need tons of it. Who knows what energy a ton may contain if concentrated into a pound? This may be the basic secret of atomic energy.
If it were not for this lack of energy, the Paratron would work successfully.
Then you feel that with the mineral they've discovered at the Hodgson mine, the doctor may have an answer to his problem?
Yes, that's my opinion. For that reason, and because Dr. Miller is the only person who knows the real secret, I insist that he must be kept alive. At least until he completes the experiment.
Maybe you're right. Perhaps we'd better let old Bill Hudson alone for a while, throw them off the scent.
Yes, I think it would be much wiser.
Well, I'll get in touch with Brandon, call him off.
And what is supposed to have happened to me?
You're supposed to be dead. You better lie low for a while.
Point C2 receiving.
Brandon?
No, this is Kurtz.
Let me speak to Brandon.
He's not here. Our man at the Hudson mines tipped us off there were 2 truckloads of that pay dirt coming down, so Brandon went out to get it.
Who gave him the orders?
You did, boss. And Brandon thought there might be some of that high-voltage rock on them trucks.
That was last week, you idiot. Now you get out and stop Brandon before he reaches the trucks.
Too late, boss. They're due to be coming down now.
Good luck to you, Jim. Get it through.
Don't worry, Pop, we will.
And you see to it that he doesn't take any chances.
You know me, miss. I hate trouble.
That's good, men. Now get out of sight.
This is it, Bolton.
Well, you're going to stop, aren't you?
No.
Hold your rudder.
Yeah, something's wrong.
worse? Yeah, I think the steering gear's busted. I'll never make this curve ahead. We better jump. Getting worse? Yeah, I think the steering gear's busted. I'll never make this curve ahead. We better jump. Take some men and stop that other truck from coming down. Looks like Hudson's truck is out of control. Come on. To the horses. Where's the fight?
fight. It's all over. How's your head?
Head's all right.
Oh, the wound.
Well, what wound?
On your head there.
Good thing it hit me in the head, otherwise it would have hurt.
Let's see what's wrong with the truck.
Did you get any of the hijackers? I think I did one. What's it damaged?
Broken steering knuckle. Load some of this hide right on the other truck. We'll go on into Saskatchewan.
Righto.
What's the matter with you? You tired?
Oh.
House, are you sure that Hudson didn't recognize you at the Eskimo village?
Oh, I'm certain he thinks I was lost in the shipwreck.
Well, you've got to keep out of sight. From now on, we concentrate on Dr. Miller and his invention. And the doctor must be brought to me alive. This must be done in such a way that no suspicion will be cast on me. You understand?
Yes, of course.
I'll send you out to Brandon's place. There you'll be close to the Hudson mine in case you need it. Brock speaking. All right, keep in touch. I knew we shouldn't have stuck our necks out. Brandon bungled that hijacking job and Hudson got through. He's coming here to see me.
Do you think he suspects?
Of course not. I've protected myself very carefully. My importance to our work requires that.
Yes, of course.
Yes?
Mr. Hudson is here.
I'll see him in a minute. Here, wait in here. All right, send him in. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Mr. Brock.
Glad to see you.
Thanks.
Sit down. How are things going at the mine?
Not so good. Hijackers again. But I got that shipment through to your stamp mill.
You know, I can't understand this outbreak of lawlessness. Though it always seems to be more prevalent in war times.
Mr. Brock, I have to have another truck. There's an old one of yours there at the mill I could sure use if you'd sell it.
I'd like to accommodate you, Jim, but trucks are hard to get nowadays. When will you need it?
Right away. A lot of new machinery came in, including the stuff we have to have for the sawmill we planned. I'd like to get it up to the mine tonight.
I guess this is the one you mean, isn't it? GMQ?
Yes, that's it.
You can have it.
Well, how much? I'll take it. I'll write you a check for it right now.
No, Harry. Why don't you go back by way of the Deep Gulch Road?
Well, I thought that road was closed, Mr. Brock.
No, the road commissioners have fixed it up. I use it quite a lot.
Well, it certainly is a lot closer that way. I think I'll use it tonight. There you are, and I certainly appreciate that.
Not at all, Jim. Very glad to help you. Any man who can make a comeback the way you did after being wounded in the service deserves all the breaks he can get.
Thanks.
And if you need any help loading your stuff, just let me know.
I'll do that. Thanks a lot, Mr. Brock.
Not at all.
I thought you were laying off the Hudson outfit.
I am. That is, anything violent. But if Jim Hudson should meet with a fatal accident on his way back to the mine, that'd be too bad, wouldn't it?
Here you are, Ruth.
Are you sure I can buy all this equipment in Saskatchewan?
Certainly. You're going to look Jim up anyway. He'll show you where to go.
I mean, if you got there safely.
Nah, he made it all right.
Well, I'm on my way, Dad.
All right, now drive carefully.
Bye.
Goodbye, Dad.
Doggone it. I forgot something. Oh, Ruth. I forgot to tell you about the first aid kit. It's the only doctor we have here. And the station wagon is our only ambulance.
Do you want me to check it over for you?
Yes, when you get to town, buy whatever it needs.
Now, is there anything else, Mr. Hudson?
Well, if there is, I'll probably think of it when you get back. Bye.
Bye.
I don't care how long it takes. We've got to find Pete before somebody else does and identifies him. Now, we'll go back up the road toward the mine. Spread out a little and keep your eyes peeled.
onto his horse.
This man is in a serious condition. You can't move him till I finish dressing his wound.
You act like you know what you're doing.
Thank you. I've done this before.
Isn't that car from the gun sight mine?
Is it?
Are you Miss Miller?
I might be.
You sure put out a lot of information, don't you?
It's not my job.
No? Then what is your job?
Right now to care for the wounded.
That's fine. We've got some more of them. Bring her along, boys.
Why don't you put the injured man in the station wagon?
I'll decide what to do. Put her on a horse and blindfold her.
You don't have to force me. If they're wounded, I'll go willingly.
Noble, aren't you?
No, I'm not noble. I'm doing this for a reason you'd never understand.
That man will help you.
I'll need some alcohol to dress this man's wounds.
That's a good idea. I could use a little snort myself.
I want it for sterilizing.
You mean you're going to waste good liquor?
Get it.
Okay.
You're too smart to try to get away from here, aren't you?
Really? And I thought you were too smart to try to hold me here.
We'll see. VR to HB. VR to HB.
Come in, HB. Young Hudson gave us the slip again, Chief, but I think we...
From now on, don't try anything till you hear from me. I'm sorry, Chief. By the way, we've got Miller's daughter here. What? Why, of all the stupid things. Couldn't help it. She found Pete and could identify him. Well, the only thing to do now is to get rid of her and get this set up for tonight. Jim Hudson will be coming up Deep Gulch Road.
Where are those men going?
To a bridge party.
Bridge party?
Yeah, and your friend Hudson's gonna be dummy. How's he doing?
Oh, fine. He'll wake up pretty soon and be hungry.
I'm hungry right now. How's about a little food for all of us?
Can you get some?
Sure. I'll go out to the cook shack and make some sandwiches.
Well, get busy.
When we hit the Deep Gulch Road, we'll stretch out to half-mile intervals.
Okay.
Your truck ready to roll?
All set.
Let's go.
We'll cut the cables on this side.
It looks good.
You know what? You're a nice-looking girl. And being we're the only ones in camp tonight, we might as well enjoy ourselves.
What were these men doing when they were shot?
Prospecting for gold.
Jim Hudson?
You ain't so dumb.
Neither is Jim Hudson. He'll wipe you all out before he's through.
Why, after tonight, he won't even be able to wipe his own chin.
Oh, you're referring to that bridge party he's going to have.
You catch on quick. Help yourself.
May I?
Sure. I like a gal that can handle her own liquor.
You'll be surprised.
Well,
Here's to... You name it.
Here's hoping...
That's good enough. The weight of the truck will do the rest. Truck, all right. Rock sold it to him today. Not a bad deal, huh? Why, Miss Ruth, what...
Listen, is Jim driving that truck up ahead?
Well, yes, but...
Well, then we got to catch him.
What's up? Where did you come from?
Is there a bridge near here?
Jim said something about one.
Well, that's it. Hurry. We've got to stop him.
I've got going as fast as this truck will go. Cut the cables on this side. good enough. The weight of the truck will do the rest. You two go down to the edge of the gulch. When the truck crashes through, make sure Hudson doesn't get out of the wreck.
Listen. What's that?
Lay low till we see who it is.
It's Cal.
The Miller girl got away.
What?
I met Kurt. She was looking for her.
Stupid fool.
She'll have the law on us and lead them right to the hideout.
Scatter and comb the neighborhood. We've got to find her. Wait. Here comes Hudson. Better take care of him first. That done it?
Yeah.
See anything moving?
Not a thing.
Here comes another truck. We better check on it.
It's wrecked. Jim's truck.
Isn't that the Miller girl? They must have picked her up down the road.
Give me that rifle.
Jim, are you...
I'm all right. Just a couple of scratches. What burns me up is losing that load of machinery. What are you doing here?
Well, a band of men stopped me when I was on my way to town. But, Jim, they did something to this bridge.
What did you say?
Well, I heard them talking about it when I was in their cabin. They fixed the bridge so it would crash.
Why, the... So that's the... All right. Come on. Right over there on the top of that bank.
Well, those are some of our boys. Must have just got here.
Follow me.
Can't take a chance on a gunfight. Get back to your horses.
The firing stopped. It sounded like they beat it.
Ruth, do you think you can find that cabin again?
Well, I don't think so. All I remember was running through the dark. I reached the road by accident.
They went through the woods on the other side. You want to go after them?
No, we couldn't find them now anyway. Motion, see what you can salvage from that wreck. Come on, Ruth, you and I'll take this other truck and go to town and have a talk with the marshal.
Now, look, Brandon, I can explain about that girl.
Discipline. That's good to see. Absolutely essential to a strong organization, Brad. I am Dr. Hodge.
Yeah, I was expecting you. Brock said that you were to hide out here, that your work started after we picked up Dr. Miller's invention.
Yes, that's right.
Glad to have you with us. Now, if you'll excuse me. BR to HB. BR to HB.
Come in, BR.
Hudson and the girl both got away.
Yes, I know all about your blundering. Hudson just told me he's sending the marshal out with a posse to locate your cabin.
If things get too hot, we'll clear out and leave the place looking like a regular ranch.
Well, if we wake fast, that won't be necessary. Now, I want Miller's invention, and I want it tonight before Hudson and the girl reach the mine. Now get busy.
Okay, Chief. Tell the boys to get ready. We're going after the real thing tonight. Get set for a pleasant surprise, Dr. House. You'll have that Paratron in a couple of hours.
I worked so hard since I was old enough to know better.
Are you sure you know what you're doing, Doc?
If I did, Bill, I wouldn't need this steel plate. In science, we must allow for miscalculation.
Loaded the Paratron with a terrific charge of atomic power concentrated from that quartz. The last time we experimented, you'll remember, the light wave carried metallic dust. Tonight we'll see if the beam will carry an object as large as one of these pellets. Because the wave is of unusual and untested strength, I'm using the steel plate.
Well, if you'd told me that before, I'd have said go ahead and blow out the old damn wall.
What's the matter, Grit? Getting too old to take it? Oh.
Listen who's talking.
The men know where the lab building is. House says that's where we'd find Dr. Miller's invention. I'll get going. Cover them. Don't shoot unless you have to. And if you have to, don't miss.
Ordinarily, I'd let one of you men hold the receiver. But now I can't take a chance on letting anyone come within range of the light wave. Well, everything's ready. Shall we try?
Go ahead. I'm on needles and pins.
Let her rip.
Now watch.
Like that's the thing we came for. Surround the cabin. Don't stand there. Get going.
Not me. Didn't you see what happened?
Nothing left of them guys but a puff of smoke.
No, sir.
Now take your choice.
Bill, you better wait here. This may be another attempt to steal the Paratron.
After the horse.
We couldn't identify those men. Everything on them was destroyed.
Oh, that's too bad. I was in hopes there'd be some sort of a clue.
I still think they're just a gang of outlaws.
No, it's bigger than that, Pop. This gang's international. They'd give anything in the world for Doc's invention.
I don't get it. Doc is in there brooding because his invention turned out to be a death ray instead of what it's supposed to be. He sure is peculiar.
No, not peculiar. Civilized.
Well, whatever it is, I don't understand. He's got something that's worth millions, and he's sore about it. What are you going to do with all that gear you brought up from Saskatch?
Well, that's the equipment I brought to start up the old shaft again.
You still think you can reach the vein of quartz from the lower level?
I'm sure of it.
After all that book learning he got in college and you're still doubting him?
Pop, you know why I know there's quartz in that lower level is because Grit's rheumatism acts up when he gets close to it.
Rheumatism. I ain't had an ache in my life.
No.
When do you expect to get that hoist in?
I'll have it running tomorrow.
There doesn't seem to be anything for me to do around here. I'd just as well go fishing.
You might go back to the lab and cheer up the doctor.
Not all I'm good for these days is to give advice.
Let's give the boys a hand.
But you didn't know those men were out there. It's not your fault.
After working for years to benefit humanity, I end up with a terrible weapon of destruction.
Ah, you're wrong there, Doc. Let's look at it this way. If it is a weapon of destruction, it's also a weapon of defense. Jim is refitting an old shaft that runs 1,000 feet into the ground. Maybe you'd like to see it. Come on, Doc. Let's put our cards on the table and face the facts. Think for a minute what this invention will mean to the country.
I only knew what it was.
Don't worry, you will.
A shaft of light. It can crush a rock. Burn a man into a puff of smoke. A rocket gun is a harmless toy compared to this. Think of it.
I've got troubles of my own to think of. How to get that ray machine without losing any more men. How to get it quick enough to satisfy Brock.
You were so near last night. Why didn't you take it then?
The boys got afraid. It scared the fight out of them.
I was just talking to our man up at the mine. He said they're fixing up that shaft we put out of commission.
So what?
Thought you'd like to know.
You'd have told me they were all dead.
Hey, Kurtz! Hold it! Let me talk to him. Our men looked all through that area. Well, all I can say, Marshal, is what I told you before. Miss Miller figures the hideout's about halfway between here and the wreck.
It's a pretty rugged country. The only person I know living in there is a trapper named Kurtz. Know him?
Vaguely. I stopped there once while I was hunting. Maybe you ought to have a talk with him.
I think I will. My main trouble is I ain't got enough men to make a real search. Can you spare any?
Sorry, but I can't. We're short of help ourselves.
Well, I'll do what I can. I'll have the chief send another deputy up here.
Thanks, Marshal, and stick on the job and you run them down, will you?
Well, you told me to let you know when we was all set down in the shaft.
Well, are we?
Yep.
Let's go.
That works as slick as a whistle.
All set for the blast in the bottom drift?
All set.
I looked it over. I couldn't have done better myself.
I couldn't have done better myself, he says. Why, you couldn't find the right place to set off a firecracker. Set that box of explosive on the heist.
Ah, the brakes.
Ain't you ever going to learn that when I fix something, it's fixed right?
I've been taking his back talk for 20 years. Someday I'm going to get and fire him.
Yeah, I know. Men down there, Bolton?
They've been through drilling for 10 minutes.
Now, we'll soon find out if that theory of yours about the vein of quartz is correct.
It's not a theory, it's a fact.
You're going down or ain't you?
Let's go. Take it easy. I want to inspect that new cribbing. You know, Britt did a good job in here, considering the time.
How'd the shaft happen to get wrecked?
Well, we figure some of Dad's old enemies were trying to break him and take over the mine. Now it looks like there's a little more to it than that.
Hey, we snapped the cable.
Hey, we gotta get those explosives out of here. No, Grit did a good job in here, considering the time.
How'd the shaft happen to get wrecked?
Well, we figure some of Dad's old enemies were trying to break him and take over the mine. Now it looks like there's a little more to it than that.
BR calling HB. BR calling HB.
Fine, BR.
Hello, Chief. I want to report that right about this time, Jim Hudson and his pal and a box of high explosives ought to be breaking records for going down a mine shaft.
Cable snapped! We gotta get those explosions out of here! Roll out, Bolton! They'll blow faster than we do, and the explosion might take our speed!
Get a rope. Now you get down there. And you signal me what happened. All right.
How do you feel? How do you feel? Ben stops playing.
You'll be all right.
Oh!
What happened? I don't know. I was letting the hoist down nice and easy, and all of a sudden I felt the roof cave in on me. When I came to, I heard this big explosion down in the shaft. It's a signal. They're alive. They want to come up. Okay, Jim. I'll have you up in a jiffy.
Hi, son. I'm all right, Pop.
How are you, Bolton?
Okay.
Hey, Grit, where's Grit?
It's not like you to be careless. What happened?
Well, as near as I can remember, somebody sneaked up and cracked me on the head.
There's only one answer to that. Somebody working right here at the mine, Pop.
I'll call the men together. We'll get at the bottom of this right now.
No, not that way. We gotta be smart. We gotta work from the inside like they do.
What riles me is all our work has gone for nothing. How bad was the damage?
The cribbing and the lower drift is all caved in. We're fresh out of lumber, too.
Are Bradshaw's boys still cutting that timber on the upland lease?
Yes.
Don't you think I better have a run up there tomorrow and talk with him?
Good idea.
How would you like a nice trip into the lumber country tomorrow?
Oh, would I?
How would you like a nice trip into the lumber company, too? Oh, come on.
Wait here, Ruth?
Sure.
I'll only be with Bradshaw a few minutes.
I see. Right. That was our man at the Hudson mine. He said the deputy marshal's on his way here to have a talk with you.
Let him come. Him and me are old buddies. I'll buy him a drink and send him packing.
That's the idea. But I'll leave one of the boys here just in case the marshal gets too nosy. You and the rest of the men will have to clear out for a while.
This will not interfere with us?
Not a bit. As soon as the marshal's gone, we can all come back.
Where will you be during this time?
I also found out that Jim Hudson's in the upland timber country. I thought I'd mosey up there. Maybe do a little hunting.
I gotta hand it to you, Doc. Once you start something, you sure don't give up.
I hope you don't mean that as a compliment. As a matter of fact, it would take much more courage for me to stop working. With me, this would become an obsession.
I neglect my friends. I lose track of time.
Hi, you two.
Hello.
Oh, back so soon?
Yeah.
You see Bradshaw?
Yeah, Pop, the best I could do was buy the timber standing. We'll have to cut it and haul it ourselves.
Haul it? What in?
Well, Bradshaw isn't using his trucks at night, and he said we could use them then.
Was the price all right?
I think so. It allows for the time we'll put in cutting and hauling.
Fair enough.
Well, fine then. I'll leave here with the crew before sunup in the morning.
May I go with you again?
Sure, if you think you can get up early enough.
Oh, Marty. First aid kit. Bosun's hurt.
Badly?
No, just a hand wound.
Well, how'd it happen?
They tried to make friends with a field mouse and she bit him.
What's the matter?
Oh, my leg.
How does it feel?
All right.
I'm sorry, Ruth. I shouldn't have brought you up
Never
here.
mind that. There was a man up there trying to shoot you.
Look out! That was no accident.
I'll say it wasn't.
Let's get back to the car. Here comes the marshal. Don't be too quick with that pop gun. You better get in that room.
Why, hello there, Marshal. Come right on in. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays.
Longer than that, I reckon, Mr. Kurtz. Longer than that.
Will you have a little drink to warm up?
Oh, thanks. I'm on duty.
On duty? Way up here in this lonesome neck of the woods?
Yep. Seems there's a bunch of hijacking outlaws hiding out around here. I was thinking maybe you'd seen something you'd like to tell the law about.
Nope, ain't seen nothing.
Even the four-footed skunk scarce up here this season.
Well, just thought I'd ask. Oh, if you see anything, Mr. Kurtz, let me know.
I sure will, Marshal.
What was that?
Those dang rats. This place is polluted with them. Always knocking something over. I wish I could get rid of them.
When you're trying to catch that rat, have a smoke on me.
Thanks. I will.
So long.
So long, Marshal.
Boy, that a close call.
I'll say it was. Let's have a drink.
He's probably cleared out of the neighborhood by now, but I'll keep my eyes open for him.
Please do. He's a killer.
I'll see you tonight. Tell Dad the boast and I are bringing down the first load. Feel all right? Bye now.
Bye.
What do you know? A couple of highbinders just slugged Bill and got away with our pickup truck.
What? Let her roll, Bosun.
Crazy fool, I've got to hit him. No, try to pass him. Oh, I can't do it.
The man who tried to shoot Jim today was one of the masked men I saw before. I'm sure of it.
I'll take some men in the truck with me. Have a look along the road. Jim's coming down.
What do you know? A couple of highbinders just slugged Bill, got away with our pickup truck.
That cinches it. They're after Jim. Have 3 of the men go with me. Ruth, you come along, too.
You need her?
Oh, I can't stay here, Dad. If something should happen to Jim or both, and I...
Crazy fool, I've got to hit him. No, try to pass him. Oh, I can't do it. You better jump. Oh, Jim!
Well, come on, stop yelling. Get in here.
Oh, Say, this thing's full of thorns.
Oh, come on, let's get a look at that truck.
Why are you hoofing it? Where's the truck?
Right at the bottom of the hill.
Did the load get away from you?
Not exactly.
Well, we were doing all right till the truck pulled up right in front of us in the middle of the road.
Was it our pickup truck?
Well, we didn't have time to stop and look.
Let's see it.
Got young Hudson.
Good work, Brandon.
I thought that'd make you happy, House.
How did you do it?
I'll tell you the story later. First, we're paying a visit to the gun site mine. Go down and get rid of that truck I've been using.
Take him out. Come on.
Get the watchman. Work fast, but keep quiet. You fellas come with me. You too, House.
Nothing to be done about the truck. It shouldn't be hard for the men to get the timber out of there.
We can get to it easier from the lower level.
That's it.
Wonder where everybody is.
They're probably asleep where we ought to be.
Well, that doesn't account for the watchman.
Well, here he is. Somebody's knocked him out. Bosun, take care of him.
I wonder if Dad's all right.
Ruth, don't go in there. They've stolen the Paratron.
Put it down here. But carefully. Nothing must suffer the least damage. This might be the most important discovery of our time.
How soon can you set it up and have it working?
Depends on whether you have odds. I took everything from the laboratory I thought would be of value. I'll do the best I can.
But Jim, I tell you, I was right here all the time. I don't see how... But this is terrible. A weapon of such terrific power in the hands of those men. Why, they wouldn't hesitate to use it on anything or anybody.
I know, but don't worry about it, Doc. We'll get it back. From now on, nothing else matters till we do.
Oh. If you need any help, sing out. I'll go tell Brock we finally made it. VR to HB. VR to HB. Come in, HB.
Come in, Brandon.
Well, Chief, we made it. Everything worked out according to plan.
Good. What about the Paratron?
We've got the Paratron here at the ranch. Dr. House is putting it together now.
And we'll be able to cover every bit of territory within a radius of 100 miles. You do the piloting, I'll do the observing.
Well, I think that's an excellent plan.
Perhaps, but why tomorrow night?
Well, if they can put the Paratron together, they'll certainly want to use it. And if they do, we'll be able to see that light for 50 miles.
What I want to know is where are you going to get the plane?
I'll go and tell him tomorrow and ask Mr. Brock. So far, he's been able to give us anything we've wanted.
I hope it works.
How much would a thing like that cost, Doc? I don't know. It's hard to say. $1 million, perhaps?
$1 million?
You meddlesome pig. I told you to keep your hands off.
Do you think you can operate it?
That blundering fool hasn't damaged it. Well, I guess that's all right. Here, this is the energized quartz Dr. Miller came north for. It is a secret of the Paratron's miraculous power.
Let's see you make it work, Doc. Try it out on that tree up on the hill there. That's hot stuff, Doc. What makes it tick?
Apparently some form of atomic energy. I should like to have seen Dr. Miller's face when he realized what he had created.
I'd like to have seen him when he realized it was gone.
What do you think Brock is going to do with it?
Probably send it abroad as soon as possible. You know, you can't hide a thing like this.
I hope he does not take it away from me too soon. Such a long time has passed since I have worked in it.
Yes?
There's a Mr. Jim Hudson here to see you.
Jim Hudson. Send him in. Hello, Hudson.
Hello, Mr. Brock.
Sit down.
Thank you.
How are things going?
Nice and good. Could you help me rent a plane?
Well, I'll try.
Almost anything will do. It's just for some local flying.
Well, I don't want to appear unduly curious, but if I had more of an idea of what you want it for.
It's no secret. I want to find Dr. Miller's Paratron.
Paratron?
Yes, you know his invention? You've heard me speak of it.
Oh, yes, of course. Don't tell me it's gone.
That's right, it is.
Well, you seem so concerned. Is it that important?
It's extremely important. That machine in the hands of the wrong people could be a terribly destructive weapon.
Well, but didn't you say that its commercial use was to convey substance through space?
It was, until Dr. Miller developed it far beyond that point. But what about the plane, sir?
Hello. Give me 752. Hello, Paul. This is Brock talking. Say, can you rent me a small plane for local flying? Yes. Yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. You got an old two-seater biplane they use as a trainer.
Well, that'll be fine. Ask him if it has landing lights.
Does it have landing lights? Yeah, well, have it serviced and ready to fly. Jim Hudson will pick it up.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Brock. I hate to be always calling on you.
Oh, don't mention it. Glad to be of help.
I'll go right down and get it. I want to get started tonight before the thieves cover too much territory. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks again.
Now is your chance to test the destructive power of the Paratron.
Tonight. Okay, we'll be waiting for him.
And this time, don't report his death until you're sure of it.
Right. Anything else?
No.
When you hit 10,000, cut your motor and glide in a wide spiral.
Hear that plane? There's one up there.
It must be Hudson.
It'll be a simple thing to find out. Train that gadget on the rocks over there. Just a flash.
Oh, I see. You think they're experimenting?
That's the idea. Try it again.
I just saw a beam of light. I'm sure it's the Paratron.
He's seen it. He's cut his motor.
What's that building down there?
That ought to be the old Kurtz Ranch.
Did the light come from there?
No! Further over the hill.
There he is.
There it is. That's it. Get over that peak.
shooting, Doc. Too bad that mountain cuts off the view of the fireworks. There he is.
That's it. Get over that peak.
Good shooting, Doc. Too bad that mountain cuts off the view of the fireworks. Take this machine back to the cabin.
You're anxious to tell Brock about the big game we have bagged, aren't you?
No, no. You can tell him if you want to. I'm tired of being proved a liar.
You don't think Hudson lived through that?
I'll believe he's dead when I've had the pleasure of burying him. I'm going to find the spot where that plane crashed. Come with me.
I'm sorry, Ruth. If I'd have thought this had happened, I certainly wouldn't have brought you along.
Now, none of that. I'd rather be here with you than backed up the mine wondering.
You're a great pal. Now, look, here's what I want you to do. Take this compass and head due east. It ought to bring you out on the old mine road.
What about you?
I'm going back to where the plane crashed. I think whoever turned that ray on us will come snooping around.
All right, Jim.
Oh, yes, take this. I won't need it. Goodbye now.
Good luck.
They're done for. Let's get back to the cabin.
I didn't get close enough to those two fellas to recognize them. The only thing I'm sure of is that Kurtz's cabin is the hideout.
Then I'm for sending the marshal up there and arresting the whole bunch of them.
Oh, it wouldn't work.
Then why not?
He's right, Bob. If the Paratron's in that cabin, you couldn't get 100 men within a mile of the place.
You know what it did to the plane.
Well, it's not like you two to sit back and take it without a fight. What's on your mind?
Very simple. We know the outlaws have a spy right here at the mine.
Well, I've been working on that. I've got 2 suspects myself.
Wait a minute, Bob. Wait till I finish with them. First, we're going to feed them a little wrong information for a change.
Hmm?
Follow this closely. We're going to spread the information around that we think the Paratron's at the old Pocket mine, and that we intend to go up there this afternoon. But instead of doing that... How many men did you get?
5 men's all we can spare. They're in the truck.
I phoned the marshal. He's sending a deputy and some men over to Pocket right away.
That ought to do it. Be seeing you.
Yeah.
Stick around till you hear from us. Come on, Bosun.
Have you told Brock that we're getting the Paratron ready for shipping?
Yeah, but I've got work to do before we move it out. Brock verified the tip we got on Hudson being at the Pocket mine. The boys and I are riding up to take a look. We ought to be back when nightfall.
What's next, boss?
We're going to stick around and wait.
Wait for what?
For those outlaws to move far enough away so they can't hear the gunfire.
Gunfire? What gunfire?
Ours.
Ours?
Sure, we're going into the cabin and see if the Paratron's in there. Now, look, while we're waiting, you go back to the truck and bring the rest of those men up here.
Okay, boss. I've got the men staked out just like you said, boss.
You tell them to make a lot of noise?
They'll make more noise than a division of infantry.
All right, let's go.
All right.
We're surrounded.
Don't fire, you fool.
They ain't going to get me without a fight.
No time for fighting. This is time to use your brains.
I ain't so sure about my brains, but I am about my shooting. So listen to me.
Either there's nobody in that cabin or we've killed them all.
If there's anybody in there, they're cagier than I am, but I'm going down and have a look.
Huh?
Coming?
Come. Oh.
Now, here's the plan for action when the outlaws get here. You 2 men will be laying low over here on the right. You 2 men... You stay here and cover me.
Oh, let me go, Jim.
No, you're too big a target. If you see anything moving, be sure and hit it.
I sure will.
Stand just inside this door. I'm going to take a look in the other room. Bosun. Watch It's Dr. House. Help me get him untied.
Well, I didn't know him. He was on the ship with us.
Oh, Mr. Hudson, you have finally come. I'm so grateful, so thankful.
Never mind that now, Doc. You take it easy while we look around. Search the rest of the cabin, see what you can find.
I'm all right.
Feeling better, Doc?
Yes, much. Thank you. You were wondering how I've come here, aren't you?
Well, yes, sort of.
Remember when we were on that ship? I went to see the captain about that murder. I don't understand why, but he had me locked in the hold. And then the ship ran into the iceberg, and I remember nothing anymore. Nothing until one day I regained my senses, and I was in the hands of these terrible men. Things they have made me do, you can't imagine. I'm so glad you have come.
I couldn't find it anywhere, Jim.
Oh, Dr. Miller's Paratron's been stolen. We thought perhaps it was here.
Yes, I know. With a gun in my back, they made me work it.
Well, you were the one who tried to burn me up last night.
They tortured me. They forced me.
Take him back to the gun site. See that he gets plenty of hot food and rest. Come on, Doc.
Thank you, Mr. Hudson. Thank you.
Doctor! Do you know where the Paratron is now?
No. It's out there somewhere. Whenever they take me from here, I'm blindfolded.
I'll go on up to Pocket Mine. The deputies probably grabbed those outlaws by now. Might be able to get some information out of them.
Beat him to it, all right. We'll stick it out. Remember orders if anything goes wrong.
Drop your guns. You're under arrest. Work your way back to the horses.
Get those masks down. Get rid of those rifles. Dismount. Dismount.
Lucky thing I came along in time to plug Hudson. I'll bring him back to Kurtz's place, but be careful. Hudson's men may have taken over.
What happened to you? Everything okay? Things have been happening so fast around here, I don't know. Where's House? That's what I mean. Jim Hudson and his outfit came up here shooting. I wanted to fight it out, but House made me hide in the chimney.
Where's the Paratron?
In the chimney. You know what? When Hudson and his outfit moved in here, House acted like he was an old friend of theirs and went along home with him. I don't get it.
What do you think made house rat on us like that for?
Shut up. PR to HB. PR to HB. Come in, Brandon. The pocket mine deal was a frame-up. Hudson came here instead. But everything turned out all right. I ran into him on the way back. We had it out, and I shot him off a cliff. Good. What about the Paratron? They didn't get it. By the way, House pulled a fast one and went over on their side. Looks like he's trying to save his skin. Maybe he's smarter than you'll give him credit for. Let's take on him. You'd better clear out of there right away. Where'll we go? Go to the pocket mine. After what happened today, no one will ever suspect.
How did it happen? Hijacker shot me. I fell off the ledge in the river.
That's what you get for running away without me. Half inch slower and you wouldn't have been here. Come on, let's go home.
Here, crate the radio, too. Okay. You ain't gonna take all them explosives and ammunition, are you?
Why not?
Why, this don't even make a dent in what's left down there.
Let me take a look.
Guess you had more of that stuff than you thought you had, huh?
Certainly can't move an arsenal like this today.
You gonna leave it here as is?
Yeah, until later. You sure you got all the parts for the Paratron?
All packed and on its way.
Well, we gotta get moving before some of Hudson's outfit comes snooping around again.
Right.
Ruth. How is he?
I'm all right, Bob.
Oh, playing possum to catch a little sleep, eh?
No, I was just thinking of pocket mine. How'd the deputy come out up there?
Not so good. The trap backfired. Although the deputy shot 4 of the outlaws, but none of them lived to tell nothing about the others.
Oh, that's all right. We know where the hideout is anyway. What time is it?
20 after 10.
Hmm? Well, I gotta get out of here.
Jim, please.
No, I gotta get back to that hideout, pull those outlaws, leave, and remove that evidence.
You need rest.
Yes, try to keep him quiet at least until morning. I don't think you can keep him down longer than that.
You will notice here how I've broken down the atomic structure of the energized quartz.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this is my own conception of the structure. Later facts may prove me wrong.
Oh, I see. A working hypothesis.
Exactly. Oh, you tired?
Oh, no. Please, go on.
I had another version of the same problem. It was here someplace.
You two still out?
Well, it takes a lot of time to bring Dr. House up to date on the development of the Paratron.
Dr. Miller has made such great strides.
Since you're in the mood to talk sharp, I better be going.
No, wait a minute, Bill. Don't go. I want to ask your advice about something.
Fire ahead.
Dr. House is very doubtful about our chances of getting back the stolen Paratron. He suggested that we start working on another. What do you think?
That's entirely up to you.
Well, I hate to keep imposing.
I don't want to hear any more talk like that. You stay here as long as you want and do what you want.
Thank you, Bill. How's Jim?
Oh, he'll be all right in the morning. At least I hope so. Because he'll want to go to the Kurtz Ranch to look around whether he's well or not.
You lost a bet, just like I figured you lost a bet and Jim won. You said we couldn't reach the crystal quartz from the lower level, and we went and did. And it's getting bigger all the time, too, just like big streaks of lightning. And I do mean lightning.
I've got to see this with my own eyes. This is right up your alley.
I'll get Jim.
You leave Jim alone. We'll tell him in the morning.
There she is, boys. Well, there's enough quartz there to charge 100 Paratrons.
If used properly, that could make a country the most powerful in the world.
You know, the quartz on the lower level might be even stronger. I wonder if Grit has got a specimen of it yet. I'll go and see.
Rox wants to see you at Saskatchewan tomorrow.
Tell Brandon that Jim Hudson will be at the Kurtz Ranch in the morning.
Okay.
Doctor, do you want to help me analyze what?
Did you get him?
I don't know. What'd you see? Somebody was snooping around the lab. You told me to shoot even if it was one of our own boys.
That's right. Go check the bunkhouse and see if everyone is there.
They've got the Paratron. What do you think they're after now?
Dr. Miller, they're after me.
You?
I know it. I feel it. They want me, and they won't rest until they get me.
No, don't you worry, Doctor. I'll assign a man to guard you day and night.
Thank you, Mr. Hudson. Thank you.
Get everything?
Yeah.
Our man got the message through the house and he sent one back. Jim Hudson will be up here in the morning.
Jim Hudson? I thought you said you shot him and he fell in the river.
Did you say in the morning?
Yes.
Get me a hammer and wrecking bar.
Okay.
While you're at it, bring me the tool chest, the detonators, and wire. You sure that booby trap's gonna work? I'd hate to be in Hudson's shoes when they touch this step.
Finders keepers, huh? Whoever finds this is out the keeps. Get it?
Oh, how are you this morning, Dr. House?
Just fine, thank you. Oh, Mr. Hudson, excuse me, but I would like to ask you to do me a favor. You see, I'm so badly in need of clothes and other necessities. I was wondering if you could give me the loan of a car so that I could ride to town.
Why, sure. I'll send a couple of the boys with you, though. After what happened last night, you'll need protection.
Thank you very much.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you a letter of introduction to Mr. Brock. He can fix you up with anything you want.
Thank you very, very much.
All right, you two fellas stake yourselves out around the house and make sure nobody surprises us.
Don't know what you're going in there for. But since they've cleaned everything out.
You can't tell, Bosun. They may have left a clue around someplace. Look around, Bosun. If you see anything, sing out.
Uh-oh. Trap door. I'll bet this leads to those tunnels Dr. House was talking about. Let's take a look. There we are. This is one reason I wanted to come back. I think we're getting someplace.
All the modern conveniences.
Should we take a look?
Sure.
You better stay here.
Be careful.
Careful? Why? Do you think the place is haunted?
Looks like a regular cellar to me. So that's the opening to a tunnel, I think. Let's see what's in there.
Yeah.
I can't see a thing. Go ask Ruth to bring the flashlight from the car.
Oh, Miss Ruth! Jim wants a flashlight. Will you go out in the car and get it, please?
All right, Boston.
Jim!
Yeah, over here. Your eyes will get used to this dark in a minute.
It's like they were hoarding sugar.
Samples of ore. Looks like Kurtz must be doing a little prospecting on the side. You know, I'd like to have a look at those walls. Let's get these sacks out of here. They may be just a blind. No, don't throw them there. What are you trying to do, block us in here? Throw them all the way out. That's it. Paneling. This might be an entrance. Might go someplace. I'm going to go get an axe.
Brandon calling HB. Brandon calling HB. Come in, Brandon. I'm reporting from the Pocket mine. We got the Paratron here without a hitch. Are you sure you left nothing important at the Kurtz ranch? I took everything, Chief. That is, everything except about a ton of high explosives. Well, suppose the Hudson outfit finds that. That's the idea. When they do, they'll never know what hit them.
I rigged up a booby trap on the bottom step in the tunnel.
Whoever comes down those stairs will blow himself and the whole house to kingdom come.
Looks like a regular cellar to me.
Jim!
Yes?
Never mind the axe. We don't need it. It's just a wood cribbing. There's nothing behind it.
Let's take a look at this wall over here. Let's get these out of here.
Hey, are you hurt? Get this sack off of me! Oh. No, not that one! Listen off of my neck! Oh!
Jim! Martha! Jim!
Ruth, you all right?
Yes, are you?
Sure.
Hey, you know what saved us, Jim?
What?
This side tunnel shut off the blast.
Dr. House to see you.
Send him in. Well, I was afraid you wouldn't make it.
Very simple.
Did anyone see you come in here?
Possibly. As a matter of fact, Hudson's station wagon is outside, waiting for me, with 2 men in it.
What?
A letter of introduction from Mr. Hudson. He said you could get me anything I wanted.
A letter of introduction from Hudson. That's a good one. Send you right in. Perfectly legitimate visit.
Just like one of the family.
Did you have a pleasant weekend?
Pleasant and interesting. Particularly when they found a vein of the energized quartz, large enough to supply all we need.
Now, why wasn't I told this before?
You better hurry up and catch those outlaws.
Why, you worried about me?
No, but pretty soon you won't have any more space left for bruises. Then what'll I do for first aid practice?
Oh, Jim! Jim! There's a couple of fellows riding down the trail.
Uh-huh, just as I thought. They're checking up on their booby trap. I want to catch at least one of them alive. Now, look, here's what we'll do. Hold it. Get off that horse. What, did you get the other one?
Well, I winged him, but he wouldn't fall off his horse. There's something wrong with this gun.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Well, I got this one anyway.
We sure did.
Go see if you can find his horse.
I've got enough financial claims against the gun site mine to give me the legal right to put in a bid once we get the Hudsons out of the way.
Good.
Are you sure Jim Hudson noted the book we're using?
Certainly.
Well, that offers an interesting possibility.
What do you mean?
Could you get him to listen in on us tonight at 12 o'clock?
But he may recognize your voice. I don't see...
Never mind that. Do you think you could do it?
I can try.
All right. Tonight, tomorrow night, any night about 12 o'clock. Now, you'd better do your shopping and get back to the gun site. And get word to me just as soon as you know.
All right. One of your men hurt?
No, one of the outlaws. I got him this morning. I hope we can get some information out of him.
Is he badly injured?
There are no bones broken. He may be hurt internally.
I don't understand it. I couldn't have hit him that hard.
Do you mind, Doctor?
Not at all. I'll go get some smelling salts and see if we can bring him to.
He seems to have a concussion, possibly a fracture. I believe he should be taken to the hospital in town.
If I had my way, I'd turn him over to the marshal. I don't believe in coddling crooks.
I'll bring the station wagon around front. You telephone the hospital and make the arrangements, will you, Ruth? You got to get me out of this.
You must act quickly. Here, take this. You might make use of it.
Just had word from the chief that you're not to use shortwave anymore till you hear from House.
I believe our patient is regaining consciousness.
Well, take it easy, fella. My head. Oh, you'll be all right. Do you think you can answer some questions?
You might try.
Tell me, where's your gang hiding out?
No.
Well, who's your leader?
No.
You'll have to talk sooner or later. You might as well tell me now.
He was muttering something about shortwave, as if he had to listen for something at a certain time.
Radio, huh? I wonder... Were you supposed to listen to a shortwave broadcast?
Oh, leave me alone.
Tell me that one thing and I won't bother you anymore.
Shortwave. Midnight.
Help me get him out of the car. How is he?
He's all right. He's a little bit restless.
Oh, stupid. Imagine me falling for a trick like that.
For a man with a fractured skull, he's doing all right.
You're telling me. Well, there's only one way we can get back to the mine.
You mean...
Mm-hmm. You know, there's one thing I can't figure out.
What, Jim?
The knife.
The knife?
Yes, where'd he get it?
Digby calling PHQ. Digby calling PHQ. Digby calling PHQ. Come in, PHQ.
Jim, hurry, hurry.
PHQ. Come in, Digby. PHQ. Come in, Digby. Be at the Morley mine at dusk tomorrow with 5 mounted men and 4 pack horses. Got that? Okay, go ahead.
The Morley, that's the abandoned mine adjoining Poker.
Move the boxes you will find at the bottom of the old shaft in the designated spot on the coast. Got that? Okay. Digby off. Digby off.
Hey, you don't suppose that parrot thing could be in those boxes, do you?
Well, I don't know, but it's worth a try. What do you say, Pop?
If we want to get there before they do, let's get going. We ought to arrive a little after dawn.
Oh, Jim.
Morley shaft. I haven't been up here in 20 years. Don't look like no one else has, neither.
The Paratron's down there. They've done a good job of hiding it. Get those boards over there. I'm going down and take a look.
That cribbing's pretty rotten. Better put on a safety rope. We'll need it to pull up the Paratron anyway.
Are you going down, too?
I'm just as nosy as you are.
All right, now give me that crowbar. There you are.
I'll let them get all the way down the shaft.
There we are, Pop.
I've got to hand it to you, son, for some smart figuring. Come on, let's get it out of here.
Wait a minute, Pop. That doesn't feel right.
Rocks.
Look out below! Come on, men, let's get out of here.
How's that for the perfect accident?
I've got to hand it to you, son, for some smart figuring. Come on, let's get it out of here.
Hey, wait a minute. That doesn't feel right.
Rocks.
Can't stand here. Let's start digging them out.
It's tough, Bolton. We couldn't reach them now.
Coming, Bolton? No, first I'm gonna find the gang that did this and wipe them out. They must be around here someplace. Well, are any of you going with me?
Yeah, we're with you, Bolton.
All right, you two take that side. Come on with me.
Hey, it's a lucky thing that old cribbing wasn't strong enough to hold that dirt.
You still got that spare clay?
Huh? Yeah, here. Might be a drift of the old pocket mine.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's got to come out somewhere. These guys around. I'll go ahead and take a look. See if the Paratron's in any of those boxes.
Paratron's in here, all right.
That's fine. Now all we have to do is get past a half a dozen outlaws.
Right.
Down there, about 100 feet. Hey, where's that guard?
No, don't worry about him. He's all tied up and tucked away.
Good. You ready?
Yeah, we'll have to shoot our way out of it.
And with one gun. I wish I'd... We're in for it now. Get a couple of torches. Sure hope those bullets haven't hit the Paratron.
It's not the Paratron I'm worried about.
Hey, we got plenty of ammunition anyway, Pop. Here, you better stock up.
Here, come here. Look at those crazy fools, waving torches so we can see them better.
Crazy, are they?
I mean, crazy like fuck.
This is like shooting black cats in a dark alley. Wonder what they're up to now. I'll see.
Well, you saw.
Figured we'd never look for him up here. Go back and get the others.
We gotta get those flares out of here. You take the one over there and I'll get this one over here. Back there, get it out. We'll hold them off.
Come in, BR. I know all about your blundering.
We can't stay here. Hudson will come back in force and wipe us out.
Hudson won't be there because you're going to get him first.
I don't follow you.
Listen, you'll be standing by gunsight mine with your men. At the proper time, House will turn the Paratron on the mine. In the confusion, your men will go in and finish the job.
Well, I reached the end of my rope. I can't work under these conditions. Violence, fighting, murder.
Where are you going, Doctor?
To see Hudson. I'm going to make arrangements to take the Paratron back to Seattle at once.
Please, Doctor, don't act in haste.
I made up my mind.
A message come in from Brock. Turn the Paratron on the mine buildings. Destroy everything you can. And be sure you get the Hudsons.
What about me?
Brandon is standing by. The explosion and fire will be his signal to attack.
I could do it right now. They're all in the house.
Now would be a bad time to move the Paratron.
Why?
I can't promise anything. I just have a feeling things are coming to a climax.
And when they do, what will happen to the Paratron, to all my work?
We'll have to take that chance. Just hope to strike before they do.
And I still say we ought to go back to Pocket with the Marshal and his men and wipe them out.
And I still say they're not going to sit there waiting for us.
So you think your plan will work?
I'm sure of it. It's only a matter of days. Maybe hours.
Relax, boys. Nothing yet. Busy, Doctor?
Yes, I'm very busy.
What are you doing?
Dr. Miller and I are about to conduct an experiment, so if you'll excuse me.
Oh, sure, go right ahead. Don't mind if I watch, do you?
Dr. Miller is in a rather nervous state.
Too much excitement, huh?
If you please.
I'm sorry it scared you, didn't I? Thought it was water.
Of course not, you fool. Leave those chemicals alone, or you'll blow us all up.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll be going.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Hello.
Why is it loaded? What are we doing?
We were about to measure the speed of the light beam.
Oh, yes.
I have been making preparations.
I see.
What did Mr. Hudson say to your leaving?
Well, we'll wait a few days and see what develops.
There are several angles we're sure of. That radio message that fooled us into going to the abandoned mine was obviously a trap. And secondly, that outlaw who told us of the radio was prompted to do so while he was right here. Because naturally, he didn't figure on being captured at the hideout.
So it was an inside job. He got it from one of our men.
None of the miners was in the house, Pop. Nobody had a chance to talk to him.
Say, Jim, the boys are taking the cream of that hot quartz out right now. I thought you'd like to see it.
You bet.
That quartz is another reason why the doctor ought to stick around.
Coming, Ruth?
Yes, I will.
I don't think I should go down, Jim. Dad worries me.
Well, your father's all right. We'll only be gone about 20 minutes. Come on.
Oh, all right.
There you go. We will direct the beam through the window against the hill and measure the speed that way.
No, that way you won't get the distance, Doctor. Besides, it is too dangerous. I suggest we take the Paratron outside and direct the beam into the sky, where it can do no harm.
You're quite right. It was very thoughtful of something. I'll get a couple of boys to help us.
Just what the doctor ordered, eh?
Yeah, the quartz seems to be getting stronger the deeper we go.
What are we stopping here for?
I want to show you the difference in the quartz on this top level.
You're not getting the stuff out fast enough. Put the men on a double shift.
Do we get a bonus?
You're getting too much overtime already.
Don't mind him. You'll get your bonus.
My belief the array will reach 20,000 feet. Now we'll see.
There's the beam. Stand by, men, any minute now.
Give it more juice.
We're depending on you to get the ore out.
I'll get it out.
Okay, Bob.
Better get set. As soon as the Paratron blasts the mine, that's when we attack. There's the beam. Stand by, men, any minute now.
$15,000. Give it more juice.
We're depending on you to get the ore out.
I'll get it out.
Okay, Bob.
Show you the difference in the quartz on this top level.
You're not getting the stuff out fast enough. Put the men on a double shift.
Do we get a bonus?
You're getting too much overtime already.
Don't mind him. You'll get your bonus.
Follow me quick. Up this ladder.
We've got to get that fire under control. Come on, Brent.
I wonder if Dad's all right.
What happened?
I don't exactly know. It was so quick. I heard the shots fired, and then somebody hit me from behind. When I came to, the shaft house was inflamed, and Dr. Miller was lying beside me, unconscious. So I brought him in here.
Joe, we better get him upstairs.
Guy. There's the gun he used. One of your own trusted men, too.
Kessel. Bosun, are you sure?
Why, I saw it with my own eyes.
Then this must be the man who attacked Dr. Miller and myself.
Come on, sit back and make yourself comfortable. Now tell us all about it.
Might as well talk, Kessel. Who's behind this? Who sent you here? Who's paying you?
Come on, start singing before I work on you again.
Why'd you do that?
He wanted to kill me. I lost my head. I'm all confused. I don't know anymore what I'm doing. I'm sorry.
Pop, there's your man that's been working from the inside.
Well, it's about time. Kessel. Why?
Looks like House did his stuff. This ought to be easy.
Huh. It's them high binders again.
Come on, man!
Jim, get a couple of rifles.
We're out of the Paratron. You must take it inside.
What are you gonna do with that?
Shoot it on the outlaws.
I'll leave it where it was. I said this is going to be easy. I had a hunch House would bungle this deal. Thanks, Pop.
Yeah, that's the last of this gang.
I hope so, but we better make sure.
Well, boys, the smokes are on me. Light your own cigarettes. And get back to work. What do you think this is, a birthday party?
I'm sorry you wouldn't let me use a Paratron on them.
That's too bad. Maybe you better go outside and see if they got them all.
Members of this gang still around. Sooner or later, they'll be back.
I agree with you, Doc. I think you should take the Paratron and return to the States.
And I shall accompany the doctor, of course.
Certainly, Dr. House.
Well, fine. I'll load the Paratron in the station wagon and get things ready for you.
Thank you, Jim.
You know, Doc, for your sake, I'm glad you're gone. But it's gonna be awful quiet around here.
When are we leaving?
Immediately. You are to drive me to town with the Paratron. Dr. Miller will follow in the other car.
Check and see if we got everything.
Sorry to have kept you gentlemen waiting.
See you later, Bosun.
Stop the car.
Put that thing away. You could kill a guy with that.
Stop this car.
Get out.
Jim! It's the bosun.
Well, what happened to you? You were supposed to go on into town.
Well, he pulled a gun on me.
Well, that wasn't quite according to plan, was it? You know, that might work out even better. Does he know we're following him?
I don't think he suspects a thing.
Well, get in.
Did you have to come straight to my office after that showdown at the mine?
Where should I have gone?
Never mind. The thing now is to get you and that Paratron out of town fast before the Hudsons come looking for it. So, this is what I spent all those weeks trying to get, is it? Let's have a look at it. You stupid imbecile.
He went into Brock's office. I can't understand it.
What's so strange about that?
Well, I don't see how Brock could be involved. He's the most respected man in town.
Did you expect him to be wearing a stormtrooper's uniform?
Well, hardly, but we got to be sure. Look, Ruth, Brock's secretary knows me, but she doesn't know you. Why don't you go in there and ask her if Dr. House is with Brock? Will you do that?
Why not?
I came into town with Dr. House. He told me to meet him here.
I see. Well, he's in with Mr. Brock just now. Shall I tell him you're here?
Oh, no, don't bother. I have some shopping to do anyway. I'll drop back later. Thank you.
Yes?
Miller was looking for Dr. House.
How do you know it was Miss Miller?
From Brandon's description of her.
Did you tell her House was here?
Yes.
How long ago?
Just now.
Well, it becomes clearer every minute. You walked into a beautiful little trap.
What are we to do? Brandon and his men are gone.
Shut up.
No one left but us.
Deputy Marshal's office, please.
Why do you call the marshal? You're mad.
Hello, Marshal. This is Brock speaking. There's a troublemaker on his way here to annoy me. I'd like to have you take care of him for me. You will? Thank you. I guess that'll take care of the Hudsons.
I don't see how.
They've suffered serious losses lately. Trucks, buildings, planes. They've become involved with a dangerous maniac named Miller, who has an infernal machine, killing and destroying with it.
Will the marshal believe that?
In this town, people believe what I tell them and do what I say.
Well, he isn't the first big shot who's a fascist at heart.
There's one sure way of finding out. Come on, Bosun.
We should be leaving town, not sitting here, waiting.
To leave town now would be the worst possible thing we could do.
I want to see Brock.
He's in conference now. You'll have to wait.
I've waited long enough.
Hold on, Jim. What's got into you?
I want to see Brock.
Yeah, that's what he told me. Maybe you better come with us and simmer down.
I'm not going with anybody till I see Brock.
Oh, hello, Jim. Glad to see you. There's your man, Marshal.
That one?
Of course. He came in here and tried to sell me an invention he'd stolen from Dr. Miller and the Hudsons. I got wise and arranged this little meeting.
Brock. No. You don't believe him, do you?
Not quite. I think you must have had a pretty good reason to believe that Mr. Brock would even be interested.
Well, just the other day, your own father sent this man to me with a letter of introduction.
Traitor. The shot is too easy for him. In my country, he would have suffered for this coward.
Take him out of here and lock him up.
What's it all about? Why don't somebody tell me something?
This man's a spy.
What?
He's in the pay of the enemy. So is Brock and his whole gang. You'll find out about it soon enough. Go on, get him out of here.
No, I'm not angry. I'm just peeved. Because you didn't tell me you were suspicious of House.
Oh, so you're the one woman in the world who can keep a secret, huh?
I am.
What, for instance?
The date I've set for our wedding, for instance.
Take your hands off me, you big lug. Suppose the marshal told you to hold me as a material witness.
Material witness?
Yes.
I don't know anything about the witness. But if you ask me, babe, you're certainly good material.